Alright y'all, what's up? It's your boy 3 Sword Style here, back at it again with another video. And today we're gonna be doing an anime review, and I know I haven't did one of these in a while, so yeah. And we're gonna be doing a review on The Promised Neverland, and yeah man, and let's get into it. Alright then, first thing first is the plot, and the plot is about a farm with kids on there, and they being used as food for demons. And three of the kids are really smart, and they are very special to the demons, because the smarter the kid is, the better the brain tastes. And yeah, and then when they find out about all this, they end up trying to come up with a plan and trying to escape with everyone. They not leaving nobody behind, cause them they siblings and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much the base plot. I don't really want to go real into detail about the plot, because you can watch this review without being stupid spoiled.
Yeah,
You just find out literally every detail about the anime. I don't really want to do that. So yeah, we have Emma, and she's one of the main characters. And yeah, and she has a big heart, but she's a little naive at the same time. And before she knew it was a form and stuff, before she found out, she pretty much was happy with her family, and she had a close relationship with her mother, a real close relationship with her mother.
Are you sure about that?
And yep, and then but after she found out, she slowly grew away from her mother, and she got closer with her siblings, way closer. So yeah, and then pretty much Emma, she's just the type of character that cares about everybody. They want everybody to be happy and stuff like that, and she'll sacrifice herself so other people can be happy. This type of character she is. And yep, and then we have Norman, who is also one of the MCs. And yeah, and he is an intelligent character. He's a strategist too, and he's quick on his feet. So if he's in a situation, he can just get out of it, because he's really smart, and he can come up with a plan off top of his head. And yeah, and then before he found out, he pretty much was doing the same as Emily. He was just living his day-to-day life. He was happy to be with his family. And yeah, and then he had a real close relationship with Emma too. And I think it was kind of a little bit of romance between them, even though they were siblings. But still, they really not siblings. So if it did happen, nothing would be wrong with it, technically. So yeah, a really good strategist. If you when you see him in action, he come up with plans that's way ahead of time. Out of all the three of them, I think he's the smartest, because he's in between Emma. Emma is more on the emotional side. Ray is more on the realist side, where he can see the world for what it is. And yeah, and speaking of Ray is next, and Ray is also a MC, and then he has he is a very smart character, intelligent too. And then he also is very judgeful as a character. He'll judge people. He judge a bunch of people. And then he also like I said, he look at the world for what it really is. He's not like Emma, where she's naive about the world. He actually see what it is for what it is. So yeah, and then he was he practically everything Emma and Norman found out, he practically knew about it ever since he was born. And if y'all already watched the anime, y'all know what I'm talking about. But people who didn't, I'm not really gonna spoil it no farther than what I did.
Are you sure about that?
But like he just he know everything. He knew everything before they even told him. But yeah, and like I said, like his character, he a realist. He look at the world for what it is, and like he just he pretty much that type of character that like he's like more of a dark character. He like the opposite of Emma. That's practically what he is. And yeah, and then we got Gilda. She's one of the supporting characters. And yeah, and like she's well, like they really didn't really say too much with her character, like, but she like a shy character, and she also cares about her family. She's a very caring character, and she's like very shy, like I said. And that was pretty much it with her character. But she did end up getting character development where she ended up growing into like a better character where she wasn't shy. She still cared about people and stuff, but she became braver, if you get what I'm saying. And yeah, and then we had Dunn, which is like Dunn, like I said, Dunn is like, he was like when they told him about the plan, he was very naive about it, because like he didn't want to believe it. But then Dunn ended up growing as a character. And Dunn didn't have no special traits about him. Like he was smart. He was like a balanced out character like Norman. He was just balanced out. Cause like he had physical capabilities. He was smart, and he had like strategies. He could come up with strategy and stuff like that. So like I said, he was pretty practically smart. And yeah, and then we got the mother of the house. We got Isabella, and yeah, and like we got to see her childhood and stuff. And like she was actually one of the kids on the forums too. So but like she ended up surviving because like they chose her to become a mother because they seen like her personality and stuff. So yeah, and then she became a mother, and she ended up having like giving birth to a kid. And spoiler alert, she'll end up giving birth to Ray, and Ray is her child. But like when she got birth to Ray and stuff, after that she became a mother of a house to see how she would do. And she started after that she started getting high quality kids over time. So then she ended up becoming famous. Well, not famous, but like very valuable. So she kept her job. And yep, and then we have Phil. And in my opinion, I think Phil is like the MVP of this whole show. Because like, well, not the whole show. I wouldn't say the whole show, but like, he an MVP because like, when they said they was gonna like at the ending, it's spoiler alert too, so you can just skip over this part.
Are you sure about that?
If you haven't watched it, but like he end up Emma and like Norman, they end up Emma, Norman, Ray end up deciding to leave the 4-year-olds behind, because the 4-year-olds they still got at least 2 years at max. Well, 2 years at max at what? 2 years at minimum to like end up becoming food. So they going to wait until they 6 years old. So like Eminem, they got like 2 years to come back and save the 4-year-olds. So they left the 4-year-olds behind, so they won't suspect anything and like just come looking for them instantly, cause like they still got food, but they gonna come back looking for them. Like I really can't do it justice. I'm sorry y'all, but like y'all can just watch the anime. But yeah, like Phil, he's the only kid out of the 4-year-olds that actually know about the just know about the plan, cause like the 4-year-olds was a perfect kids to choose, cause like they didn't really know about the plan, cause like they didn't want to believe it, but at the same time they was old enough so like they wouldn't be shipped out instantly. They was gonna like have to be raised for like another 2 years. And like Phil like he's like the only kid that know it, so it's practically like another cycle. Or like, you know, just imagine Ray, cause Ray knew everything, and then he like that's how he made Emma and Norman find out about it. So just imagine that Phil is like Ray, and then Phil end up telling like the other kids about it, and then like the virus spread through. Everybody end up finding out about the demons and stuff, and they end up coming up with a plan to escape. And then like Eminem like end up contacting him and stuff. But like, yeah, I haven't read the manga yet, so I don't know what's going on. And yeah, and like that's pretty much it for like the characters. And like, yeah. And yeah, and then like my thoughts on the anime is like some of the things I really liked about the anime was like the anime is a strategy based anime. Like we don't really get these type of animes like this. Like we get them, but like we don't get them in this form where like they actually really good. Cause like, you know, you can compare this anime to like, you know, Death Note and a few other anime, but like I just liked how they did it, like with the like how they did it with like we seen like we was seeing the we was finding out all the information about the show from Norman and Emma perspective, cause like Ray knew way more than we knew about at the ending part. And Isabella, she obviously knew more, cause like, you know, things. So like that's one thing I liked about it. And yeah, and then I also like the three people, the 3 MC combo.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop.
And what I mean by that is like all their personalities fit perfectly with each other, because like they like yin and yang. Well, like just imagine Ray coming up with a plan, and it's too savage and it's too dark, and like he don't care about people, so it's like way too dark. And then Emma can step in and be like, you gotta lighten that plan up. Like you gotta actually put these people's lives into consideration and stuff like that. And that's how it was with Emily, cause like, you know, well, I keep saying Emily, I mean Emma, cause like that's how it was with Emma, cause Emma kept like if Emma came up with a plan, it was like either she didn't think about it that much, or she was like trying to do too much, trying to save too many people. It's like at the end, like when they decided to leave the 4-year-olds behind, if Emma never came up with that idea, because Emma, she would have never thought of it. Well, she would have thought of it, but she would have never like actually had the guts to actually be like, okay, we gonna leave the 4-year-olds behind, because Norman had to do that. And then like Norman, he just like a perfect balance of both of them. He's emotional, but he's not that emotional. He still look at the world for what it is, because like he's like, you know, he can see the world for what it is. So like if you like it's like some of the plans he come up with, because like I remember they wanted to save everybody at the beginning, and then Norman was like, you sure you want to do that? Because like he just wanted to save Ray and Emma, but like he was like, are you sure? Because like you know it's gonna be almost impossible for them to actually get everybody on board to try to escape. But yeah, and then the character development, I also enjoyed the character development in this anime. And what I mean by that is like let me see, like Gilda, like I said, her character development, she went from being shy to she ended up being shy, and then she ended up becoming braver over the anime. Like, and then Dunn, I hated him, but he still had character development. I can't lie about that. He ended up becoming like, you know, smarter, ended up, like I said, becoming braver and stuff. And then like some of the little kids, they got their little character development here and there, but like they didn't really shine like Gilda and Dunn did. And yeah, and then like I said, Ray, he developed as a character too, because like at first he didn't care about nobody. They were just killing everybody. Like he was just saying, hey, let's leave everybody. But then at the end, he actually ended up caring about everybody in the anime. Well, in the all his whole family, he ended up caring about them, and he was regretting like sacrificing the other kids and not telling them earlier about that. And then Norman, Norman had character development too, but Norman pretty much stayed the same, because Norman, he was like I said, a perfect balance between Emma and Ray. So it was like, a perfect balance. And then Emma, she grew too. She got to see the world for what it is. Like, she learned to see that, and like I said, she became like less naive and stuff. So yeah, and like I really did like the character development. It wasn't really nothing too like crazy, where they end up becoming like, like, I don't know, like Obito from Naruto, where he ended up like completely changing his character around. It wasn't nothing like that, but it was like still they got the experience, they got the experience, the perspective from like each other. They traded perspectives, especially Emma and Ray. They traded perspectives, and yeah, and then the ideal itself of the anime is actually, it was like a great idea. This ideal is unique, which I haven't heard no anime about or manga. I haven't heard no anime or manga about some kids being trapped on a farm and have to like escape from demons. Like, we obviously got manga anime that's about demons and people trying to survive them, it being like an apocalypse and stuff like that. But like, with the only thing like this made this concept so good was that it was kids, and like the kids was actually smart, and that's one thing I liked about it. And yeah, and then the intro was actually fire. Usually like when I'm watching an anime, like usually like the first 5 episodes I watch the intro, but then like after that I just started skipping it, because like it was the point of me watching like a 2-minute long intro when I just go and get to the anime and get it over with. But yeah, but like I actually was watching through this, I was actually watching the intro because the intro was fire. And yeah, and then some of the things I really didn't like was first of all, done.
Hey, stop! Why? I just don't get it. I always catch you fuckers watching this sick shit. This is sickening.
The whole character, like, Dunn was so annoying at some points in the anime, because like this man, I remember he punched Ray and Norman because like they didn't tell them the real plan. Like, they didn't tell them that it were actually demons. They thought it was just bad people, but it was actually monsters. And this man kept trying to find out where his sister was. What's her name? Connie, something like that. He kept trying to find out where she was. I was like, bruh, she is dead. Just give up on her. Like, she's dead, man. Stop. And like that got so annoying to me. And then like I remember when he almost got them caught when he had the key, and like him and Gilda, they had went down into their room. They almost got them caught, but then I think it was Phil or somebody ended up saving them. And that's why I think like Phil knew way more than he was letting on. But they wouldn't even tell him about it, but like they did know. And yeah, and then I like, and other thing I didn't like is that they didn't explore all the plot lines. And what I mean by this is like Emma and Isabella relationship, they did not really play on it. They didn't play off this. They didn't play off this at all. The only time when I seen them play off this was when Eminem was escaping, and we got Isabella backstory. Isabella was like, she was like like she was seeing Emma as her younger self. And like I was like, why they didn't play off this at the beginning of the anime? Cause like, you remember I said when Emma, she was close to Isabella. Well, they could have played off that way more than what they really did. And then like they ended up introducing Ray being Emma actual son. They did like, I get why they didn't get the chance to play off that, because the anime was pretty much over with, and we probably get to see that during the second season. Maybe the only way we'll get to see that if they do a time skip for the second season.
何が起きたんだこれは。ゼロ。
If they skip ahead 2 years for the time skip, and then Eminem, they already got used to living in the jungle and stuff like that, then yeah. But yeah, and then like it was a few other plot lines that they had, like, where I was like, why didn't y'all explore these? Cause like it was actually very good. And, oh, I came up with it's another one. Was when they probably go into this with the second season though, but like in the first season they didn't talk about Isabella and the lady, they call her grandma, her relationship. Like they did not go into detail about her relationship at all, cause I remember she said that Isabella was like her like was her key to I don't know what her key was, what was she the key to, but like they said she said she was the key. And like I was like, oh, okay, they gonna explore this, but they did not explore it. But I get why, because like, you know, they only got 12 episodes to do so much.
Obviously.
So yeah. And then one other thing that I did like was what the character, what their hair symbolized was like. I actually liked it, because like if you see Emma hair, it's orange, so it's like, you know, bright orange, so it's like, okay, she's sitting up here and like she's very emotional and she caring, so obviously her hair gonna be bright. And then you see Norman hair is very dark. So because he's a dark character, like I said, you see the world as what it really is. And then we get to see like you know, Norman hair is white, so I think Norman hair is white because he's in between. Like he's like I said, he's perfect balance of Emma and Norman. So his hair is not black, but his hair is not a dark color. His hair is just white, and white is like a bright color, but at the same time it's like a plain color, you know, if you get what I mean. And then like Gilda hair was like, you know, green, so her hair was like green, so she was kind of like an awkward character. You know how green is like her hair went like a bright green. Her hair was like I don't know the name of the color, but like it's like a dark green, if you get what I'm saying. But like it was a dark green, so it was kind of more of an awkward color instead of being a bright color like Emily. And yeah, and then Dunn hair and everybody else, like the other kids' hair, are pretty much black, and some of them had blonde, and then there was one little girl that had orange hair like Emma. But like I don't think they gonna really explore that at all either. And yeah, and then if I had to rate this anime, I give it a for the characters, I give it a 9, because like I said, the characters, they was good. The characters was diverse, like Sister Conan, is that how you say her name? I liked her. I liked pretty much everybody in this anime. Like I said, I just didn't like Dunn. Dunn was like the most annoying character in this anime, but like at the same time, he did become like a savage at the end of the anime, so I really can't do too much with, like, really can't get mad at that. And then for the plot itself, I gave it a 10. Like the plot is actually very good, and it's a unique plot, so it boosted it up there even more. And then for the world, I was gonna give it a 4, but I ended up giving it a 6. Because like just like it's they society. It's like their society is demons, and demons like feeding off kids. Feeding off kids and their brains. And then they got like adults. They got like a good system where like they got kids growing up, and then the kids end up becoming mamas and raising the other kids. And then we don't know what the men do, but we pretty much know it got human males in the anime, or they wouldn't be able to create kids and stuff like that. So yeah, and then so I gave it a 6. And then the execution of the plot, I gave it an 8, because like they executed the plot real well. I think if they would have got I think this anime was like a 24 episode anime, they could have like went into details with so much more than what they really did. So yeah. And then so if like, you know, I do the calculations and stuff, it'll end up being an 8.2 for me. An 8.2 out of 10. Like that's like the highest an anime got from me from reviewing it. The only way an anime probably got higher is probably JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then because like, it's a fan, like I just like it personally. So, but like usually with this, I try to be as biased as I can. Cause like if I don't like a character, if the characters are still good, I'm still gonna rate the characters portion still high. I'm not just gonna be like, I don't wanna give them a higher score because I don't like the characters in the anime. I'm not gonna do that cause like in my school live review, I didn't really like most of the characters. The characters were annoying, but the characters were still good and they was somewhat complex. And yeah, and then like if you should watch it, and I'll say yes. Like you should really watch this anime, especially if you like horror and thriller anime where you just instantly like always getting caught off guard and stuff like that, and like strategy anime where characters go back and forward like Death Note and stuff like that. I highly recommend this. And then like even if you're not like a heavy watcher on horror and stuff like that, just give it a try, cause like it's actually really good in my opinion. And and then like you already know, hit the like button, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notifications. And yeah, man, it's your boy 3 Tail Style, and I'm out.
She says music, bitch.
To the tune till I'm dead.